In this lesson, we're going to go ahead and take a look at installing the printer and document services. Now this is going to turn my server into a print server, which is going to allow me to make a printer or install a printer on this computer and then share it with all the other computers on my domain. And not just only share it, but I can actually push it out or force the computers to have this printer on there. The wonderful thing about this is that I can add just one printer here, and then if I have like 100 or 1,000 clients out there as far as my workstations are concerned, all of them can have this new printer. If a printer goes out of commission, I can remove it on this particular computer, the server, and then it's removed on all the computers. And if I want to add a new one, then it applies to all the computers, which makes it wonderful to manage it from one location rather than having to go to each computer manually and installing it. So to begin with, I'm going to click on the Server Manager, and we're going to go ahead and add the role of Printer and Document Services. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Add Roles when this pops up, and this is going to allow me to click Next here. We're going to click on Printer or Print and Document Services. We're going to go ahead and hit Next, Next, and we're going to leave just the print server for this particular lesson enabled. So we'll hit Next again and then Install. And it should only take a minute for this to install. So you can see now that it has installed successfully. I'm going to go ahead and hit Close. And what I want to focus in on is the tool right here. If I click on Start, Administrative Tools, a tool called Print Management. And this is going to allow me to add printers and also deploy printers out to all of the computers that are on the domain, or specific departments when we get into actually setting up organizational units or groups that are going to be set up in our domain. So what I want to work on here is just I'm going to click on Print Servers. You can see that's right here. This is the name of the computer that I just installed the Printer and Document Services role on. I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and you'll see it expand. Here's the printers. Now, by default, Microsoft puts on this thing called Microsoft XPS Document Writer. That's the default printer if you have no other printers on there that you can use to write to. However, I want to go ahead and add another printer, and I'm going to go ahead and right click here in an empty space and just choose Add Printer. Now there are a couple ways of doing that. I just chose to right click. It's usually the easiest to do. So you can see here, if I have a network printer, basically a printer that's plugged into my network either through the Ethernet cable or wirelessly, I can go ahead and search for it by IP address by this option right here. If I click Next, you can go ahead and type in the IP address itself and then have it automatically detect and so forth. I'm going to go back to the screen here. Since I do not have that set up on this particular network, what I'm going to do is just install a fake computer basically, or just set up a parallel port computer itself, a local one that's not on the network, and it's really not going to do any checking for it. So what I want to do is just kind of use that for this example. So I'm going to choose a LPT or parallel port printer and click on this and hit Next. Now you can see here I've got a couple different options. I'm going to go ahead and install a new driver. I'm going to leave that. Now the list is going to pop up here of a list of all the printers that are available for me. So I'm just going to look for a printer. I like the HP, let's see, LaserJet 4100s, and that'll give